Our history is like two iconic breaking ground, making history in separate ways.
Let's proceed with what I feel is the most interesting part of the program.
All the interesting things going on in the news.
It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
There are some interesting details relating to all this. Now listen.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. If you can't be at least mildly interesting, then shut the hell up.
Let's see if they've got any interesting guests coming up.
I don't want to be rude here, but my stories are interesting.
What up, though? It's me, the loudmouth Zannie K. Welcome to TIPI. Diddy is in some more hot water. I mean, boiling hot water, boiling hot. Before we get started and I get you all caught up on the details of the latest developments in this story, do me a favor. Hit the like and subscribe button. If you like the channel, keep coming back for more and more updates as I do it solo and with my partners, my brothers and them. So like and subscribe, hit the button below to do that. Diddy is in hot water. Authorities are releasing more information. They are revealing what they found out of his house. We got some updates. I'm gonna play this video for you out of New York. We're also gonna check in with hip hop cop Derek Parker, who has had many dealings with Diddy over the years. We'll find out the very latest from him. First, take a look at this video right here.
We begin right now with exclusive information on the latest in the Diddy investigation. I have learned from sources that investigators have found several weapons inside his homes. Several. They also have found videos. It's been reported that Diddy has collected images of people in compromising situations at his residences. TMZ now obtained this video inside his home in Los Angeles after the raid by federal agents. It's reported that Diddy is the target of a sex trafficking investigation that comes after he was hit with a wave of civil lawsuits alleging sexual assault and trafficking.
So as she explained, they have found several weapons in Diddy's home. It remains to find out if those weapons are registered, legal. Police are going to look into it to find out if there are any bodies on them. You know what that means, right? If they've been used to commit any crimes. And so that's one really tough issue right there. There are also lots of tapes and photos of people in compromising position. Can you imagine the names and faces that we're going to discover from those tapes? The police have to take their time and sift through all this. What I thought was really interesting was something else she said concerning Suge Knight. Take a look at the video.
But apparently TMZ is reporting that Suge Knight, who's in prison right now, right? And he's
in prison, yes, he's in jail. For he ran over an individual in Los Angeles and he committed a homicide.
Okay, so TMZ is reporting that Suge Knight has said to Diddy right now, your life is in danger.
Yes. Okay, what he's probably saying, I can't speak for what he's saying, because of everything that's going on right now, there's probably a lot of people that are upset about what's going on. And then, even yesterday I started seeing things online where people are starting to make threats towards 50 and Diddy.
So Suge Knight somehow, some way is reaching out to Diddy and trying to warn him that his life is in danger. It's also been indicated here that a lot of this stuff started, after Cassie submitted her allegations of abuse and rape and all this other stuff, right? Take a look at this.
But it seems like all of this came to light after his ex-girlfriend Cassie alleged that she was in a very abusive relationship with him.
I mean, his settlement with her and other criminal acts that she alleged have happened, and then other people started coming forward, so it was like a house of cards.
Yeah, and I think there's several people right now that are alleging that they were in allegedly compromising positions at Diddy's house, being forced to do things that they didn't want to do.
There are a lot of things that are coming out right now, and what's going to happen is that the government's going to go through all of these things that they have uncovered, and they're going to see if there's any criminality. If any charges are to be brought, they will bring them later.
So Cassie started it, but they're also trying to indicate something else here, that maybe he's being targeted after trying to sue his liquor company for discrimination and some other things. And then they finally settled. But if you notice, once they settled, all of this stuff started coming out. But then the police have been questioning witnesses who've come forth with allegations. And from those questions, I would imagine that this is where they're getting a lot of this stuff from. Here's the interesting part, though. One of the ladies that they say is one of Diddy's sex workers, including Young Miami. Her name is Daphne Joy. She's like, no, none of this is true. I'm going to get my own legal team and I'm going to fight all of this. They're also saying that Young Miami actually was transporting drugs for Diddy. And then yesterday, a few days ago, they arrested another Diddy drug mule. His name is Brendan Paul. He was caught with cocaine and edibles. So it's still a lot of stuff to get through here. The police are doing stuff. What else is interesting, really interesting, is that the police know exactly where Diddy is. They know exactly where he is right now. And they're saying that he's not going to be arrested anytime soon. So apparently they probably have to go through all of this because they went through his house with a fine-tooth comb and pulled out everything that they think they needed. You heard from Derek Parker, the hip hop cop, who has had many run-ins with Diddy over the years. And some of these other allegations are coming out that Diddy drug minors. So this is getting real deep, y'all. Stay tuned to TIPI, like and subscribe to the channel, and we will promise to keep you caught up. As always, important, I remind you, fly low, avoid the radar, no matter what happens. When they come for the car, save the radio. TIPI.
Our history is like two iconic breaking ground, making history in separate ways.
Let's proceed with what I feel is the most interesting part of the program.
All the interesting things going on in the news.
It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
There are some interesting details relating to all this. Now listen.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. If you can't be at least mildly interesting, then shut the hell up.
Let's see if they've got any interesting guests coming up.
I don't want to be rude here, but my stories are interesting.